So we are so excited because we are just about to go to our meetup to meet you guys.
Yep, pretty exciting.
Yep. Well, hey everybody, I'm Bill.
And I'm Elizabeth. Live simple,
Live free. And like I said, we are about to go to a meetup with you guys.
Yeah.
And we haven't had one in a long time. This is only the second one we've ever had, and the first one was 4 years ago before COVID.
Yes.
So we're pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
So this is Saturday, August 26th, and it's going to be at Claytor Lake State Park in Virginia. It's a beautiful park.
Yes, it's gorgeous there.
So, you ready to go?
Oh, I'm excited.
Okay. Let's go. I'm ready to meet you. All right, can I have everybody's attention, please?
If you can't hear us, tell us.
We have quite a group here. We're really excited. The last meetup that we did was 4 years ago, I think, before COVID. It was in upstate New York, and we only had like about a dozen people. So we didn't know what to expect. And this is just, wow, we're overwhelmed.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
So we really just wanted to welcome you all here, and we look forward to having some time to sit down and talk to all of you and meet all of you.
Can you hear us? Okay.
Yeah. So here's the plan. We're going to partake in whatever food we've got there. I don't know, I haven't looked, but we'll go ahead and eat. And then after we all have food and we're eating, we have a couple of games to do with a couple of door prizes and things like that. And then after that, we're going to actually set up a Q&A. I'm going to set up the camera because this is going to be, guess what, a video, right? Yeah. But we can do a Q&A where you can ask us anything you want, and we'll talk about it. Also, our son Barry said he's going to be here probably sometime just after noon or so you'll get to meet him as well. Hopefully he'll be here for the Q&A.
Yes.
And then after that, we just have the rest of the afternoon. We don't have any deadline where we have to be gone from this place, so we'll just hang out as long as you want to be here.
Okay, let's everybody here, good. Let's bless this food, and we can start eating. And then when everybody kind of gets served, we've got like a couple of games we really want to do. Alrighty. Would you like to pray, huh?
Let's pray. Thank you, Father, for this incredibly beautiful day and this beautiful place where we can meet. And thank you for bringing everybody together and for safe travels. And just bless this time together. Bless this food. Bless the fellowship. And thank you, Lord. We love you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
So, if you haven't put on a name tag yet, that helps.
Yes, it helps a lot.
Tag's right here.
And they have somebody dressed up.
We've had quite a turnout. This is really fun. People are all spread out through the trees as well. Yes. Yep. One of our guests brought this amazing cake. And that's just really cool.
Isn't this a beautiful cake? Live simple, live free. Formerly Tiny House Preppers. Thank you. Okay. Now, one of the first questions that we want to ask everybody, so everybody can hear, is what?
You need to stay in camera.
Oh.
You're on camera.
We want to know who traveled the farthest to get here. So how many people have come in from
Anybody from Australia?
Yeah. Philippines? Yeah. How many people have come from out of state? Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, put it this way. How many people flew? Wow.
2 flyers. Anybody else?
Where'd you guys fly from?
Flew from Connecticut.
Okay.
Okay.
Is anybody else farther away? Woo! That is amazing. Where?
Yeah, New Connecticut.
Yeah,
Connecticut's farther than New Jersey.
Yeah, although New Jersey's pretty doggone impressive. Wow. You guys, thank you. All right, well, we wanted to give a thank you for coming so far.
Anybody further than Connecticut?
All right.
Yeah, she came up from Tallahassee on her way to New Jersey or something.
Wow, Tallahassee's pretty far too. Tell you what, we have, we'll give out several gifts for this, okay? So, get the, this is a Mount Airy-opoly. It's a Monopoly game from Mount Airy, and that's going to go to you guys. And it was donated. Thank you. So
we have 48 people here, and probably 2/3 of them came from out of state. So it's amazing.
And we want to give you something too for coming all the way up from Tallahassee. Go get one of those. Would you like some strawberries or some pineapple? Strawberries? There you go. Sure. Oh yeah, absolutely unopened.
We just want to say, by the way, that this is an amazing turnout. Like I said earlier,
yeah.
Our first meetup that we had 4 years ago, before COVID, we only had about maybe 12 or 15 people. Barry counted and said we have 48 people here.
Woo!
And
Yes!
so many of you have come from out of state. One couple
Thank
flew.
you.
Somebody came from drove from northern Ohio and Michigan, and
Yes, Michigan,
We're
my
just-
goodness.
we're just absolutely amazed, and we are truly humbled that you guys would think enough of us to commit to a trip like that. We're just absolutely amazed. Thank you so much.
Stop crying, I can do this. It just really touches us like you wouldn't believe. I mean, you guys can hear okay? Okay. All right, now we do have one other person that we want to honor, and I want to honor the oldest person that's here. And I think there might be somebody older than me. Oh. So anybody in their 80s? Anybody in their 70s?
75 here. 75's got me beat.
75? Or, oh,
Wait,
okay.
there's a
and
bunch of them over here. Okay, 70.
older than 75.
Here one over here.
To 92.
92.
Oh, 92, guys. I think that did it.
We have someone who is here who is 92 years old. And where did you come from?
Rogersville and Morristown, Tennessee.
Tennessee, Eastern Tennessee.
Thank you. Would you like some pineapple? It's really good. All right. Well, you guys are impressive. My goodness. All right, let's try this. Now, my granddaughter filled one out for me, and I got a feeling that she was being silly. So I may have to go with some different answers here.
Okay, so we're going to go over all the answers, keep track of how many you got right, and we'll see
Yes.
who got the most.
Yeah.
Pretty cool that you did professional skydiving for this.
Can you bring the chair out, hon? I can't stand anymore.
Is that
Yep,
level?
that's fine. All right, and if you can't hear me, please let me know. Okay, we tried to make these so that some are easy and some are kind of tough. So let's just see how everybody did. Okay, in which state was our tiny house located? Anybody want to? Pennsylvania. Yes, it was in Pennsylvania. Carly said Alaska. Okay. That's our granddaughter, by the way. That's Barry's daughter, Carly. You've probably seen her with me on videos. So, okay, what was the name of our cat?
Leo.
Leo. Yes, she said Herbert. No. Our cat was Leo, and he is very happy in his new home. You know, I miss him, but I had to do it. So he's very happy in his new home.
Let me say something about that. A lot of people were upset when we got rid of him, because how can you get rid of your fur baby, right? You know, we absolutely loved him. We had him for how many years?
10 years.
10 years. But with Elizabeth's health, and she now has interstitial lung disease, we really needed to find a new home for him. And also, with going back and forth to Florida all the time, travel was hard on him. And I don't know if you remember the video a few months ago when we were coming back and our car broke down in Georgia, and we were in a hotel for 2 days. That would have been really difficult with him along. So as much as we miss him, we know that he's well cared for in a family that loves him, and so we're just happy that we don't have to drag him through all of that.
Yeah, he seems very happy. I can talk to his new mom anytime. So, okay. Now, name 2 destination trips that we've earned with Thrive Life. What was that?
Aruba.
Aruba. Good.
That's one.
Yes.
Maybe Cancun. I'm not sure about Cancun.
Cancun, okay.
So I'll go right down the line and you see if you got 2 of them.
Right.
The first one was Aruba, and then it was
Bahamas.
no, it was Panama.
Panama.
I'm thinking something canal. No, Panama. And then it was Nassau, Bahamas. And then it was Key West because of COVID. And then it was in Phoenix because of COVID. And then it was in Cancun. Now I didn't get to go to Cancun, but I made sure Bill went.
Yes.
So so if you got 2 out of all those, that would be excellent. Excellent.
And so, anyone who doesn't know what that is, Thrive Life has what they call it a fantasy vacation getaway that consultants can earn. And it's all expenses paid, which is fabulous.
Including the flight from wherever you want to fly from.
So we've earned it now 6 years in a row.
Wow.
And in January, we are going to Costa Rica.
Yeah, we've been able to earn Costa Rica for this year, yeah.
Wow.
And doggone it, this year I'm going. Yep.
These are not big Thrive training things or anything like that. Like there's a convention that we're going to in a few weeks in Salt Lake. That's the convention, it's a lot of training. These trips are just playtime, just 5 days in the sun. Just go do whatever you want to do, hang out with other consultants. There's a lot of business that's talked back and forth between consultants. How do you do your business? That sort of thing. We learn from each other. But the main emphasis is just have fun in the sun, and we really are enjoying these.
All he's got to do is plunk me in a pool somewhere, and I'm good to go.
Shopping. Don't forget you like to shop.
What'd you say?
Shopping. You like to shop.
Oh yeah, that's always fun too. Okay, does anybody tell us what our first viral video was?
Renovating your tiny house.
What's that?
Renovating your tiny house. That's the only way I can think.
No.
Okay.
Was it when you first went
Yes.
to go?
Yes. It blew us away that this went viral. 10 degrees below zero in a tiny house. And we were just talking about what Bill did so that when it was really cold up there, we were okay in our little bitty place.
That video now has 1.7 million views.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's not our biggest viral video. Number 5, what was our most viewed viral video?
The rocket stove. The rocket stove. That has blown me away.
That has 4.8 million views on it.
Wow.
And out of our 180,000 subscribers, I think probably 60 or 70,000 of them came from that one video, which blows me away.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Now, I want to make sure we get Carly's answers here. 2 of our destination trips were North and South Dakota. Our first viral video was soap making, and our most viewed video is what? Something how to. Can't read it. Okay. All right, now, What is the number of the most recent Tea with Jesus that I put out on Sunday morning? They're all numbered. And so it's been, been going on longer than this, but I had to quit for a while because I couldn't breathe very well. But does anybody know what the most recent number was this last week?
327.
327?
What did he say?
320 and 327.
320 is actually the closest because last week was 321.
She said 327.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes.
Yes.
That's it.
Very good.
Yep.
321. The one coming out tomorrow morning is 322, which just blows my mind. This is wow.
Yeah, she had half of one, but she wanted to.
Carly. Oh, goodness. Okay. What was our channel called before we were called Live Simple, Live Free?
Tiny House Prepper.
Tiny House Prepper. Yep.
And so what did I do for a living before we had YouTube and Thrive Life?
Built houses with your dad.
Or could have been, well, before he
Well, what did he say?
drive like the question was
Yes.
truck driver.
I was a truck driver for 8 years
For Swift.
for Swift before I was able to quit because of YouTube and Thrive Life. Before that, before the crash of '08, I was a contractor for many years. And yeah, so the answer is truck driver for 8 years before I was a truck driver.
Carly said our channel used to be called Live Complex, Live Wild, and that her grandpa was a boxer. Okay, now, how many raised garden beds do I have in Virginia? 4. Yes, 4. Yep. Bill built those for me, and man, do I love them. The deer have been eating my roses to the ground. I'm about ready to dedicate one of those covered beds to roses. Okay, in light of the same thing, what animal sculpture do we have in our yard in Virginia? Here in Virginia. That's right.
Yep.
Barry made that. And Molly wanted him to build her a beefier tomato cage. So he built a great big cow. And I love her. She's just up dancing, and we grow stuff up that cow all the time. I absolutely love it. I call her Lucy because she's a redhead. Okay. All right, next page. What can I see from my office window in Virginia? Yes, boy, that tree is so important to me. I wanted one for so long, and God made sure I had one at this house. Man, I love that thing.
So how many years was I in the Army? 24. Yep. That was 11 years of active duty and 13 years in the National Guard. I was in the Virginia Guard, the North Carolina Guard, and the New Jersey Guard.
And then all over the place in the Army.
And so total
Korea.
24 years.
Germany, yep. I married him and then I never saw him.
And so what did I do in the Army? What was my job in the Army?
Band player.
Band, yes. Anybody know what instrument?
Does anybody know what the instrument was?
Trombone, yes.
Trombone, very good.
My main MOS was trombone, but I also we had a lot of trumpet players in the band who would do bugle jobs all the time for for funerals. They would go out and play taps for military funerals. And so we had to cover, like, I don't know how many states, but for a while we were short on trumpet players. So the first sergeant came to the entire brass section and said, "Does anybody else play trumpet?" I said, "I never have, but I've always wanted to." So he gave me a trumpet, he gave me about a month to work up my chops, and sent me out on a bugle job.
Wow.
The most scary and nervous thing I've ever done, because you just don't mess up taps at a funeral, right? But I did bugle jobs, in my rotation of bugle jobs for about a year. But then I actually worked into playing the trumpet in the band as well. So in the trombone section, I was the staff sergeant, I was the trombone section leader, and I played the lead trombone in the jazz band. But in the marching band, And in the concert band, I played the third part on trumpet for several years, which was really cool to me because I was playing all the same music as I have been for years, but it was like I had taken off red glasses and put on blue glasses because it looked, with the trumpet, it was a totally different part. So I really enjoyed that. I'm not as proficient on trumpet as I am on trombone, but you know, I just really enjoy it. So now I play trumpet, I play trombone, I play euphonium, baritone.
Ukulele.
Yeah, I also play guitar and bass guitar in church bands. So, and talking about our music, Elizabeth has played piano. We've played together in worship bands for 45 years, ever since we've been married. And up until her stroke in 2012, she taught piano and voice out of her own studio. So.
Oh, hon, that's the next question. Okay.
Okay, well, they already
answered it.
They
yeah.
already have it right or wrong. Right?
Right. By the way, Carly said that his job in the Army was busboy. So. And I can see Georgia from my window in my office. Yes, what have I done all these years prior to having a stroke?
Music teacher.
Vocal and
Yeah.
Music.
Yeah, I taught piano and voice, music theory, music therapy, all that kind of stuff for about 33 years. So I've tried to still keep teaching grandkids and stuff since, but I can still do all of it. I just don't have stamina for it anymore like I did. Okay, now, why did we originally have to move into our tiny house?
You lost your retirement, real estate property, and you lost your business.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it. In 2008, the crash, I had been in construction business with my parents. What?
Oh, Carly, don't go,
Oh.
go ahead.
I had been in construction business with my parents for many years. And in 2008, our business just completely disappeared overnight.
Yep.
We had our home and 3 rental properties. We lost all 4 houses because we had no income. And my renters also lost their income, so we lost everything. And it's a miracle that we won't go into that because it's long.
Amazing story.
But how God provided the money for us to buy that little tiny house, and I renovated it because it was a disaster when we bought it.
Oh, you'd stick to the walls. I mean, oh, it was so bad at first.
And so we
Oh my
lived
goodness.
there for 8 years.
No, we
5
lived
years.
actually in the tiny house for 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So yes, I lost my business because of the crash of '08, and then we lost our homes because of that. So we moved into the tiny house.
and all the houses flipped upside down. You know what happened back then. Yeah. Carly said it's because our other house was too big. So. Okay, now, what is the name of Barry's YouTube channel?
Empty hammock.
Yes, Empty Hammock.
We should have found harder questions.
Carly says his name, the name of his channel is Big Scary Man Does Manual Labor. I love it. Okay. Yeah, I love his channel. Anybody that hasn't ever watched it, it's really great. I love it. Okay, now where did we just buy a second home?
Well, I guess everybody knows that. Yeah.
Right. Carly said Cleveland. But anyway.
You know, when we first went through that process and we bought that house, we sold the RV and we used part of that money to buy the house. We got a lot of negativity and ridicule on the channel because they're saying it's cheaper to do it in an RV. You know, why are you buying a house? That's so much more expensive. But since then, I have discovered how so many people, many of you as well, have second homes. It's not unusual, you know, and it's actually cheaper for us in the long run because we had the money we had to invest anyway.
Yeah, the initial thing was an investment. We
were going to buy an investment home here and we decided to do it in Florida instead. So it's actually cheaper now on a monthly basis for us to maintain that house than it is to try to do the RV and keep vehicles running and find reservations and all those kinds of things.
If anybody has ever dealt with it, and you probably have, it's not like in the movies. Finding somewhere to take an RV in the winter in Florida is very, very difficult. And we ended up, just to try to get 6 weeks together, took unbelievable finagling, you know, and it just is not that, and we're military, and the military places would fill completely up like an entire year plus ahead. So the thought right now of just when I can't breathe here anymore because it gets cold, the thought of just driving down and going into our own little house sounds amazing to me, you know. And but no, going down there just with an RV or just for like an Airbnb, that kind of thing, it fills up. Florida's popular, and it fills up. It's incredible. Okay, where does my sister Dana live?
Connecticut.
Maine.
In Maine, yes, thank you. Yes, I just got back from there from my dad's funeral. And she's up in Maine. Boy, is it beautiful there. Oh my goodness. Okay, now, why did we buy a house and move to Virginia out of our tiny house up in Pennsylvania?
Barry's property came available, and when it came available, he wanted you guys near him, so you guys bought the house from him.
Well, and
Wow.
that's amazing. And the timing happened because we really needed to take in Bill's dad. We really needed to give Pop a home. And boy, was it good timing, because he would have been stuck in his little senior apartment during COVID, and we would not have been allowed to even go see him. So the fact that Barry found this little home and so sweetly got it if we ever needed it, and then it turned out that we needed to give Pop a home. And believe me, in our tiny house, I don't know where I could have strung a hammock to put him. I mean,
So we'll give you one of two answers there. Either because Barry bought this house in Virginia and offered it to us. Now, he didn't give it to us, okay?
yeah, we paid
It
for it.
came up
Right.
on auction and he grabbed it, and then we bought it from him. So Barry found the house and we bought it from him. Or the other reason would be because we needed to take in my father and we didn't have room in the tiny house.
Yeah, either way is great. Yep. And boy, do I love living that close to them. That's the only bad thing about going to Florida, because I really miss getting to see them and see the kids and everything.
Well, and the church too.
And church,
We
yeah.
play in the worship band all the time, and we found a good church in Florida, but it's got already got 4 piano players and 5 bass players, so
That's okay.
we won't be playing in the band down there.
But then that makes you officially retired. Retired from music and retired from
Yeah.
life.
So we'll only
Go
play in the
back-
band
go
when
back and construct.
we'll only play in the band when we're here. So
That's cool. All right, the last question. How many garages did that recent flip house have?
4. 3 up, 1 down.
5. 4. Okay.
4.
yeah,
Yep.
correct. Whoever
4.
said that.
Yep.
There were 3 on the first level. You went around the back, and there was another one underneath. I would have bought the house just for the garages.
We had so many people tell us, why don't you guys just move into that house? Oh, that's way too much house. Oh,
We
my
would have had to
goodness.
put a very large mortgage on it to buy that house.
Yeah,
So
yeah. No mortgages. No. Not at this age. Whew. Carly said it had 112. So it's pretty good. All right. Well, anybody got 20? And you're gonna have to look behind because I can't see behind.
if you're behind, yell at us.
Yeah, yell. Okay, 19. Some of these were really tough, I know that. 18. 17.
You did 7.
16.
I got 6.
Woo, 16.
17 over here.
Oh, 17, where? You got 17? Wow, okay. And then how many got 16?
Yep.
1, 2.
I got 16 and a half.
Oh. Okay, that was
How many were
excellent.
16?
5 or 6. Yeah, I know that
Unless
people-
you want to get strawberry baggies.
Well, anybody, tell you what, for 17, go ahead and give there should be an actual,
As the
And then-
winner of 17, would you like strawberries or pineapple?
now, how many people got 16 or 16 and a half? Let me see
We
here.
have 7.
You have what?
We have 7.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want to miss anybody. 5, 6, 7. Okay, are you guys a family unit? Okay. All right, Barry, can you pass these out to everyone? Now, if for some reason we don't have enough, we'll make one up. I brought
We have-
Ziplocs, and we'll make one for you.
We have these snackies, strawberries and pineapple, and like she said, we have 7 here. If we don't have enough, we'll give you some more strawberries in a baggie to take home with you.
Right, yeah, we wanted to make sure everybody got some. All right. You guys did really well. Excellent. I'm going to save this, the one from Carly. It's priceless.
So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. It was amazing to us to see how many of you have been watching long enough that you know the answers from videos that we did years ago.
Yeah. We don't take it for granted, and we are just gobsmacked. There's so many people who do enjoy watching. I think it's absolutely wonderful. And I hope you guys can kind of tell that we're nothing fancy, and what you see on there is what you get. I mean, that's just the reality of it. Absolutely. Now, sometimes I cut some ums out when I'm editing, because I figure that, I should have a minimum number of ums when I'm recording something.
Was there anyone else who had 16?
Yeah, are we missing anybody that had 16? Okay, well, make sure you don't get left out. Okay.
You want to go into the Q&A after
Yeah,
a
and it
short
was
little
very
break?
true. What?
After a short little break.
I tell you what, in just a few minutes, we really want to do a Q&A time. And so if anybody wants to maybe come a little closer, if you want to.
So we don't have to shout so much.
And Barry is here for Q&A also. Anybody has any questions or anything you wanted to ask about?
I'm just going to get a drink and change the battery, and
Okay.
then we'll go from there.
So isn't that a nice crowd? It was wonderful.
Absolutely. We thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yes.
So we spent all that time with the trivia questions, and I think everybody seemed to really enjoy it.
Yeah, we had 1 first place person and 7 second places.
Yeah.
I'm glad we brought a lot of rewards.
So then we took a short break, and we went into a pretty extended Q&A.
Yeah.
And we just kind of sat around. I think it was about an hour and a half or 2 hours or something like that, where they just asked us questions, and Barry and his family were there.
Yes.
With us.
So Barry was able to answer questions too.
So yeah, they were asking us questions about our lives and about our channel, and asking Barry questions about his channel and that sort of thing. But that's going to be in our next video.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it was way too long to put it in this one, and it might be way too long to include the entire thing anyway. I'll have to see.
We'll just make sure we at least get good highlights.
So if you want to see part 2 of our meetup, which is the Q&A, and everybody 50 people sitting around and asking us questions, be sure to check out the next video, which will be in a couple of days.
Yep.
So, thanks for watching.
Live simple.
Live free. You be blessed.
Yes. And we love you guys. And of course, we'll see you soon.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.